Hello everybody, Hollywood Joe here again at Hollywood's World of Sports with another styling and profiling video. So pay attention and listen up, rejects, especially all of you wrestling fans out there today. Last night on Monday Night Raw, after the Beat the Clock Challenge series, it was determined that CM Punk would defend the WWE Championship at Over the Limit against Daniel Bryan. And all I got to say is it's about time. Now, as most of you know, I'm not too fond of the internet wrestling community. I've never been really too fond of it because I think they have ruined wrestling in a lot of ways. You know, things are very predictable. Things aren't as shocking as they used to be because of the internet. However, I gotta give the internet fans a little bit of credit on this one because they've been demanding CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan for a while now. But however, I'm not gonna give them all the credit because traditional wrestling fans, old school wrestling fans, people who love a good technical wrestling match, such as myself, have been wanting to see this match as well. But the time hasn't always been right. The time is right now. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are both at the peak of their careers. They're at the top of their game, at least from the WWE point of view. However, the one group of fans that I know who probably would never watch a WWE pay-per-view otherwise, who will probably tune in on May 20th in Raleigh, North Carolina, are the fans of Ring of Honor. And the reason I say this is because Ring of Honor is where CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, who you now know as Daniel Bryan, made their name. Granted, they did it all over the country in various indie scenes, various promotions, but Ring of Honor is where people started paying attention to both men. And I, for one, I'm excited. And I will say this, I will come out and admit it right now, that I have not been this excited for a match this far in advance in a very, very long time. Do I get excited the day of a pay-per-view? Yes. But 3 weeks in advance? No. And there's only one other match that's been announced for WWE Over the Limit. And that's John Laurinaitis versus John Cena. But enough about that match. Nobody cares. Daniel Bryan and CM Punk are not WWE superstars. They are professional wrestlers. And for all you pro WWE people who just watch WWE and don't educate yourself on wrestling outside of WWE, this match is going to be one of the best matches you've ever seen. These guys, both of these men, have been trained by legends, wrestled against legends, became legends before they ever hit a WWE ring. And I'll say this much. Both Daniel Bryan and CM Punk's WWE careers have, they started out very small. None of them, nobody expected much out of them. And kabam! They were allowed to be themselves. They had some say in what their character was about. And guess what? Magic. Because ever since last summer, into last fall, into this past winter, both Daniel Bryan and CM Punk are at the top of WWE. And for you wrestling fans who've only been watching wrestling for a short period of time, go back and watch Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. Watch Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit. Watch Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar. This is that type of match that you're going to see on May 20th. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. And guess what? You guys are in for a treat. Because like I said, these aren't two WWE superstars going at it. These are two world-class, excellent, professional wrestlers. And I gotta tell you this much. WWE has a lot of momentum after Extreme Rules. People are ranting and raving about how great Extreme Rules was. Well, guess what? The two men that are fighting at Over the Limit were involved in two of the best matches I've seen on a WWE pay-per-view in quite some time. CM Punk taking on Chris Jericho and Daniel Bryan taking on Sheamus respectively. Both matches were awesome. They were classics. They were phenomenal. They were the matches that set the tone for Lesnar versus Cena. And don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from Lesnar versus Cena. But those two matches, those two title matches before Lesnar versus Cena, stole the show. They stole the show. And let me tell you something. I think that they should put the two opponents that they fought together. I think Sheamus should fight Chris Jericho at the next pay-per-view and see how that turns out. But I'm not going to focus on, every other superstar and what they should be doing. I'm focusing on the WWE Champion CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. Wrestling fans who follow the indies, who follow Ring of Honor, who follow TNA, who follow WWE, who follow it all, they are going to love this match. They are going to love this match. They are going to embrace it. They are going to sit back and watch how great of it could be. And yes, I do have a CM Punk shirt. I do have a Daniel Bryan shirt. I usually don't spend money on WWE merchandise. But I love what CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are doing in WWE. As far as I'm concerned, I've said this for a while, that WWE needs to bring in Colt Cabana again and bring the two or three Ring of Honor guys up from Florida Championship Wrestling. And I think they need to have a Ring of Honor invasion in WWE. And I kid you not. A Ring of Honor invasion where wrestling outshines the freaking stupid entertainment factor. Some of the stuff that doesn't even belong in a professional wrestling ring. Anyways, back to May 20th, Over the Limit. If you were to ask me the question, Hollywood Joe, are you excited for Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk at Over the Limit on May 20th? My answer would be yes, 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 yes. I am extremely excited, and like I said, I don't get excited for WWE pay-per-views this far in advance, 3 weeks ahead of time. It just doesn't happen for me. I was excited about WrestleMania the day of, but not far in advance. I was excited for Extreme Rules, but not that far in advance. It's like I tell people all the time. One person asked me, do I have any emotional attachment to wrestling left? Since I've been watching it since I was a kid, it feels like I've seen everything. The answer to that is, up until now, no. I have had no emotional attachment to pro wrestling. I don't really jump off my seat and get excited like I used to. There's been a few occasions over the last couple of years where I'll get excited, but not all the time. This match I'm excited for. This match, when I realized Daniel Bryan was going to face CM Punk, I jumped off my seat. This is the match that is going to define this wrestling era. Much like Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit, much like Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, much like your Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. And I'm telling you this, May 20th, Raleigh, North Carolina, Flair Country. Woo! Even Ric Flair himself will probably tune into this match to see how great it's going to be. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, the straight edge superstar versus the American Dragon, Ring of Honor's finest in a WWE ring. And it's fitting that this pay-per-view is on the East Coast, because East Coast takes their professional wrestling very seriously and wrestles. Every promotion goes out with pride and tries to put on the best show they can. I've seen promotions out of the Carolinas. I've seen promotions out of Pennsylvania. They are filled with great wrestling tradition, much like the two gentlemen that are wrestling on May 20th. WWE Over the Limit is not a pay-per-view you're going to want to miss. WWE Over the Limit is going to be the chance to redefine an era in WWE. And it's going to be the two men that everybody enjoys watching wrestling right now. And it's not John Cena. It's not The Rock. It's not even Randy Orton. It's not Alberto Del Rio. It's not Sheamus. It's not Jericho. It's none of them. It's CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. And at the end of the day, they are going to tear the house down. They're going to have a classic. They're going to have a clinic. They're going to have a story. They're going to have an epic encounter. Call it whatever you want. But all I got to say is on May 20th, 2012, Raleigh, North Carolina, WWE Over the Limit. All I can say is yes, 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 yes. And finally, we get to see a great wrestling match. Not no match where each opponent does their 5 moves and calls it good. Like I said, WWE Extreme Rules gave WWE momentum. My message to WWE is give these two a 25 to 30 minute match and they'll continue your momentum. Extreme Rules blew WrestleMania 28 out of the water. And I'm sure you Rock fans will hate me saying that. But yes, the pay-per-view after The Rock's glorious victory was better than WrestleMania 28. WrestleMania 28 didn't have what Extreme Rules had. WrestleMania 28 didn't have what Over the Limit is going to have. And mark my words, this will not be the last time you see Daniel Bryan and CM Punk headline a WWE pay-per-view. I honestly hope this feud continues throughout the summer. I hope this great, great era that these two are trying to bring us into continues. Wrestling is what people want to see, not entertainment. And like I said, as much as I hate the internet wrestling community sometimes, they got this one right. They pretty much been begging for this match for a long time. And guess what? So have I. This match is going to define an era. It's going to define pro wrestling. And it's going to redefine WWE. So once again, May 20th, 8 o'clock. Tune in for WWE Over the Limit as WWE Champion CM Punk takes on Daniel Bryan. That's it for me, folks. This is Hollywood Joe at Hollywood's World of Sports, where controversy doesn't come without criticism. And guess what? Controversy will keep happening as long as it needs to. And guess what? I'm sure you're all going to find my remarks about John Cena and The Rock controversial. I'm sure you're going to think I'm out of my mind for promoting this match so heavily. But guess what? I appreciate the art of professional wrestling. So on May 20th, all you non-intelligent WWE fans who watch nothing else but WWE, pay attention. Pay attention to this match and watch very, very closely. Because you're going to find out that John Cena is not the best. You're going to find out that you're Mr. Hulk Hogan of 2012 isn't the best. You're going to find out that CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are what CM Punk shirts say, best in the world. So until then, I'm out. But I leave you with this. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are gonna fight at Over the Limit. But I guarantee you, they will push themselves to the limit and beyond. So until next time, Hollywood's World of Sports, Hollywood Joe, signing off. Because I support the best in the world.
Looking for me, but you look for trouble. You're gonna see that your words are dangerous, your talk is cheap. So now I'm standing here,